Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Mike. It is February the 26th of, it's the 26th of February. It is 11 a.m. Central European time, almost the end of February. And we are back with another Monday morning show. Today, we are going to go through why 21 million Bitcoin, according to Satoshi. What's going to happen now? Ethereum has broken $3,000. Is Bonk going to move up from here? Zach XBT has found $177,000 of stolen funds. And we're going to very quickly have another look at Portal. I made a video about Portal last week. We're going to have another look at it and decide whether it's a coin you should be buying in. I believe it is going live on the 29th of February, which is, I think, Thursday this week. Is it a coin to buy? Is it a coin to short? We're going to have a look at that. And before any of that, we're going to go through the markets and have some X-Files. So a big good morning to Kishan and Hidden Agendas in chat. I hope you are doing well. Good morning, Tariq. Welcome to the stream. Carlos, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Munaya, good morning. I am desperately trying to block people as we go through the stream. I hope you are all doing well. Let's just say, I think there is a little bit of a storm brewing where I am. So if we go off, we go off. But hopefully we will stay on track. So good morning, Tariq. Right, then, let's get going. So first thing we'll do is have a quick look at the markets. Bitcoin has just broken below 51,000. We're going to have a look at the Bitcoin chart later on. Market cap is still under 2 trillion. The volume is neither here nor there on a Monday. Sunday and Saturday volume is normally a lot lower than during the week. Bitcoin dominance is falling just a touch, down to 50.7%. ETH dominance up to 18.6%. And that is because Ethereum has had a nice run over the last 7 days. It's up almost 5%, whereas Bitcoin has retraced 2.5%. So we've got a little bit of a catch-up going on with Ethereum on Bitcoin, but I do think Bitcoin is going to go on a bit of a run. I'm going to show you an outrageous bull flag. When we get to the charts, I'm going to show you a bull flag. I'm going to give you a Moon Boy prediction, which I'm not expecting to come true, but it's there. It's been in the cards. So what's up in the last 24 hours? Flare is up. Mantle is up. Gala is up. ApeCoin. Remember, ApeCoin is one of the coins. It was the worst performing coin of last year. It's already up almost 12% in the last 7 days. Ask yourself, why is that? Is it oversold? Are they going to release Otherworld? I don't know the answers to those questions, but I do know it's doing reasonably well this year compared to last year. Theta is up. Monero is recovering. Remember, Monero was removed from a couple of exchanges this month, and that kind of dented the price, but it is slowly recovering. Not much else to talk about there. Down, we've got Casper, Render, Singularity, Filecoin, Dimension. Not too many losers and not too many gainers over the weekend. But as the title of the show says, are we going to see 53,000 this week? Are we going to have another run at 53,000? Last week, it was tempered by the sell-off of the Grayscale shares. I think it was something like 1.8 billion was sold off last week. So that did give us a bit of a kick. Are we going to see another run this week? I think it's on the cards. I can feel it in my waters. That's what I am starting to think. Just give me 1 second. There we go. Just trying to keep on top of everything. So red boxes and everything else get dropped throughout the show. So just bear in mind, I do have a couple of things to do on the show. So I am going to try and keep on top of that. Let's start off with some X-Files then. These are very quick snippets of information that are found on X, which are fairly relevant to what we're talking about, but not really worthy of spending too long on. So this gentleman here Not a fan of him. He doesn't like Bitcoin whatsoever. And he's showing his ignorance by saying that the Bitcoin halving is already priced in. Now, as we know, the halving is not priced in, and it won't be priced in because what normally happens on the halving is Bitcoin will reach roughly 4 times its price, and it has done traditionally from when the halving is. So if we get to 60,000, conservatively, you could say we're going to get to anywhere between 200 and 240,000 by the end of the bull run. So he doesn't know what he's talking about, basically. He is fairly clueless. Don't forget the halving is currently penciled in for about April the 20th, but it can change because it is based on block rewards. Now, Paulie, I don't know who this Paulie gentleman is. I expect that the Ethereum ETF will be rejected, but I also expect its arrival is inevitable and it will happen in the future. I remain bullish at all-time highs. Very similar to what I have been saying for the last month or so, there is going to be an Ethereum ETF. I don't think it's going to happen in May. I think we are going to start looking towards next year for it, and it is going to happen. There is no doubt in my mind we are going to get an Ethereum ETF, but I don't think it's going to come this year. I think it's going to be next year. But again, if BlackRock get their way like they seem to do, then yes, we could be looking way higher for Ethereum than where we are now, and it does explain the price action. Now, Michael van der Pop is commented on a lot by journalists. He's very good at his predictions, and this kind of leads into the Bitcoin information we're going to go through and the Bitcoin chart. I'm unaware whether we will get this correction on Bitcoin in the short term. I think that this rally is going to peak between 54 and 58,000 and provide substantial correction to 40 to 42 after the halving has taken place. They're not a million miles away from what we have been saying. My near-term target is about 55,500, which is kind of nearly halfway into his top range. And the 40 to 42,000 is very interesting because that is currently where the bull market support band is, and that's what we're going to cover when we look at the charts. So Michael van der Pop, very clever bloke, far better at charts than I am. He's predicting 54 to 58 near the top and then a retracement down to 42. I'm not sure we're going to come down that hard. And then finally, from the X-Files, Mr. 100. So this is Wallet 100, and nobody knows who this person is. We don't know whether it's an institution. We don't know whether it's an individual. It could be Jeff Bezos. We don't know who it is. But they keep buying Bitcoin, and they are buying it by the droves. And this is just a record of all the transactions they've bought. They've bought another 500 Bitcoin over the weekend. Serious money. No, sorry, they've bought another 900 Bitcoin over the weekend. So this person is DCAing in and DCAing in and stacking a huge bag of Bitcoin. So think to yourself, if Bitcoin does retrace to 44, 46, 48,000, are you going to be selling when you've got the whales buying at 51,000? Don't be bought into, or sorry, don't be sold into the FUD that we're going to come all the way down to $30,000. That has never happened in the history of Bitcoin at this stage of the halving. It doesn't normally happen that severely. 20% retracement, yes. 20% retracement from where we are today would be 40,000. But I don't think it's going to play out that way. So before we get into the chart then, and again, I'm always wary about time. 10 past 11, I've got to try and keep on track, make sure we don't overrun, as we always do. Let's just scroll down. So, Satoshi Nakamoto's emails have been doing the rounds on X. They are everywhere. And we know why there is a 21 million Bitcoin cap, but it's now in the email. His emails or her emails contain a lot of information. One of the things that was given away over the weekend is Satoshi spells color with a U, C-O-L-O-U-R. That would indicate that this person is not American, and that would then, Hal Finney goes out the window, McAfee goes out the window. All of the Americans who we thought Satoshi Nakamoto was, they're out of the equation because clearly he is a European at least. So Satoshi Nakamoto's recently surfaced emails shared by early Bitcoin contributor Mart Mamie shed light on a deliberate reasoning behind the 21 million supply cap. Nakamoto described the decision as an educated guess aimed at aligning Bitcoin's value with traditional currencies while ensuring scalability for global commerce. The emails suggest, revelations, I can't speak today, provide valuable insights into Bitcoin's foundational principles and Satoshi Nakamoto's visionary approach to the top cryptocurrency design. Now, we're not going to go through each and every part of this. He picked 21 million based on an educated guess. My choice for the number of coins and distribution schedule was an educated guess. It was a difficult choice because once the network is going, it's locked in and we're stuck with it. I wanted to pick something that would make prices similar to existing currencies, but without knowing the future, that is very hard. And that sums up the Bitcoin issuance schedule. So it shows the nice curve here of supply and then the inflation rate. Now, when we get down to this figure here, we're talking about an inflation rate of about 2 or 3% a year, which is negligible. We're now on a par with the inflation rate of traditional currencies. The next halving will take that down even further. So we have seen the end, really, of Bitcoin inflation as we know it. You know, long gone are the days where, 10% or 5% of the supply is being issued a year. We're now down to the low 2%, 1.5%. If you imagine being used for some fraction of world commerce, then there's only going to be 21 million coins for the whole world. So it would be worth much more per unit. Values are 64-bit integers with 8 decimal places. So one coin is represented internally as 100 million. There's plenty of granularity if typical prices become small. For example, if 0.001 is worth €1, then it might be easy to change where the decimal point is displayed. So if you had 1 Bitcoin, it is now displayed as 1,000. Now, I've been saying this for a while. We need to stop referring to Bitcoin as Bitcoin, and we need to start using Satoshis. That's, for me, going to be one of the big shifts in the future. When you go and buy a coffee, when you go and buy your shopping, or whatever it is you're going to buy in the future, you don't want to be paying 0.0001 for your shopping. You want to pay 10,000 Satoshi, 20,000 Satoshi. Now, there are a few coffee shops around the world. There is a chap called Joe, who is a bit of a Bitcoin vlogger who goes around the world, and he goes to different coffee shops and bars and restaurants and tries to pay with Bitcoin. And several restaurants he's been to will show you the price of food in Satoshis. 100 Satoshis for a coffee, 200 Satoshis for a breakfast, whatever it might be. That's where we need to get to. We need to stop worrying about the fact that it's 0.01 Bitcoin. It doesn't work. It doesn't translate very well. So for me, Satoshi did the right thing. He capped it at 21 million, but then gave it a 100 million decimal places, 100 million parts, if you like. So overall, for me, it makes sense, especially when you mathematically, and I'm not going to go into it now, there is an equation that tells you specifically why there's 21 million. I'm not going to do that. We don't have time for it. But suffice to say, it's nice to see some of Satoshi's work coming to light because of these emails. And this is all to do with somebody who's claiming to be Satoshi, who clearly isn't Satoshi. So where are we with Bitcoin? So first things first, the bull market support band. Let's make that a tad bigger so you can see. Bull market support band last week was at 41,200. This week it has shot up to 42,000, roughly 42,150. That's where we have moved up to. Now, I was going to show you a Moon Boy prediction, and this is my Moon Boy prediction. We appear to be forming a bull flag. So before the show, I drew this line, and I'm going to show you where the price could go to. And believe you me, I don't think for 1 second this is going to happen. But that would send us to $61,000. That's where we are with that bull market support. Well, not the bull market, sorry, the bull flag. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen at all. But anyway, it's there. A few other people have commented on it. Myself and Brogan saw it last week, and we both laughed at it. So I thought I'd include it today just to show you. Now, what's interesting about Michael van der Pop, which was covered in his article, is he said we could come down to 40 to 42,000 if there is a correction. The bull market support band is currently today sitting on 42,000. Last week it was 41.2. So we've gained $1,000 in 7 days, and that's kind of where we need to find for support. So if you look along here, and again we've covered this before, we haven't touched the bull market support band since October, where we went on this run with the ETF news, and then of course we had the ETF approval. So we've left the bull market support band, and we've pretty much, apart from this correction, which is, you know, this was a black swan really. The Vanguard and the Grayscale news was black swan, and then we've continued. So we haven't really done anything but go up in pretty much a, no, I wouldn't say a straight line, but we're not seeing any signs of retracement. Now, could this be because Bitcoin needs to find a new price because of the increase in demand? Of course, we've spoken last week about the 10,000 Bitcoin a day being taken off the markets by the ETFs. That is going to reduce over time. But still, even if they're taking 5,000 Bitcoin off the market a day, that's still 6 times the amount of Bitcoin being produced. So do we need Bitcoin to find a new price and then crab? That's the question. Then we have the halving coming up in a month and a half's time. What effect is that going to have on Bitcoin? We know the price is going to go up, but at which point do we test the bull market support band? Now, if we go back just a touch, and we go back to here, we touched the bull market support band on the 15th of October, 2020. Now, I'm not one for coincidences, but that was October 2020. This is October 2023. And look at what we did. We went all the way up and we didn't touch it till May. 8 months. 8 months we went without touching it. Then we had a bit of a struggle. We fell below it because we'd moved so far so quickly. I mean, this was the mother of all runs. We broke below, we came back up, we tested as support, and then we reached our 69,000 all-time high. So if we do this again and we run till May, where is the price of Bitcoin going to be? Because we're talking about here. So if we put another line in here. So if we say, for example, that we're not going to hit the bull market support band again until May, which is just after the halving, where are we going to end up? Because that would be the post-halving dip. Now, this bull market support band, if I make this a little bit narrower, this is going to continue up. Okay, so we could be at 50,000 on the bull market support band. We could easily touch the previous all-time high and then potentially retrace. Now, what's interesting about that is that the correction is 20%, and 20% off 60, let's call it 65,000. 20% off 60,000 would take us down to 52. The bull market support band is about 51, 52,000. So could we see this play out where we run up to the previous all-time high, hit it, and then correct down to the bull market support band at 50,000 before rocketing off. I think that's a sensible way to look at it. I think people who are sitting here today expecting us to come down to 35,000 or even all the way down here to 32,000, I think they could miss the boat. And I think you could be buying Bitcoin today, and then in 2 months' time, post-halving, we could be at this price in 2 months' time. But you will have missed maybe the run up to 69,000, because believe you me, I think if we get to anywhere between 60, 65, 70,000, I think there's going to be a sell-off. I do think people will take profits, because we've locked in a few people at 69,000 who've been stuck there for I don't know how long, an awfully long time. So just bear that in mind, that I think expecting it to correct to 30 odd thousand in here has never happened before, and it doesn't mean it won't happen, but you're going to miss the boat. I think the best strategy at this stage of the market is to buy your Bitcoin and hold it. That's the best strategy for me. If you try and time the market, you're going to get wrecked, because we don't know where it's going to go. We know it's going up and to the right, but we don't know specifically where and when it's going to go up to the right. So for me, buy the Bitcoin, hold the Bitcoin, look at the Bitcoin, try and grow your Bitcoin, and know that it's going to go up and to the right over a long period of time. It's not going to go up and to the right in a straight line. We could see this kind of action, but it doesn't matter, because the point, from here to here, there's people here who were waiting for a $25,000 Bitcoin. There's people here waiting for a $30,000 Bitcoin. There's people here waiting for a $38,000 Bitcoin. At which point do you bite the bullet and just say, I need to hold Bitcoin? Because as far as I'm concerned, you should be holding Bitcoin right now, the same way that you should be holding Ethereum right now. Hold them. Don't be shaken out by every tiny little dip. If we come to 48,000, fine, DCA in. If we go up to 53,000, DCA in. We know the price is going to go considerably higher, maybe 200, 250,000 in the next peak. So buying at 48 or 50,000 or 52,000 psychologically makes no difference whatsoever, in my humble opinion. Right, let me just drop a box and then we will carry on. And we are now going to talk about Ethereum. Now remember, I did say a few weeks ago I was going to eat my hat if Ethereum went above. Just 1 second, I just need to ban that. There we go. I said if we went above $3,000 on Ethereum, I would eat my hat. And guess where we are? I think we touched $3,100. So I'm going to have to go and find a hat to eat, because I don't currently hold a hat. Let's just wait for this to load. Here we go. So there we go. So Ethereum price teases with a breakout, eyes $3,200 milestone as ETH bulls show resolve. Ethereum is confronting the upper boundary of the ascending parallel channel after multiple attempts at breakouts. It could make a 6% climb to $3,200 as bulls continue to show up. The bullish thesis will be invalidated if the proof of stakes token breaks and closes below 25.72. The only way we're going to get down as far as 25.72 is if there is a outright rejection of the ETF by the SEC. Then we're going to see a pretty severe dip. But that, again, should be seen as a buying opportunity, not something to worry about. Remember, Ethereum is no longer proof of work. It was proof of work and inflationary in the last bull market. It is now proof of stake and it is deflationary. Everybody, you'll hear people say, this time it's different, this time it's different, and in most cases it isn't. And I'm going to repeat myself till I'm blue in the face. Ethereum today is not the same as Ethereum 4 years ago. It's gone through a seismic shift. Proof of work using miners, proof of stake using validators. It's different, it's deflationary. The price should accrue slightly better than it did in the previous bull run, simply because it has more utility, more usage, it's had more upgrades. The Dencum upgrade is coming out next month. We have more layer 2s than we had. We've got Arbitrum, Optimism, Mattis. We've obviously still got Polygon. Ethereum is really well placed to have a run at something like $15,000, maybe $13,000, $14,000. If it gets the ETF in the next year, which is more than likely, then we're going to see a bigger price increase for Ethereum. Could we hit $20,000? I don't know. That's only really a 7x from here, so it's not outrageous to think we could hit $20,000. Conservatively, I've always thought we would hit about 12 to 15. I don't know whether that's too conservative now. So we're not going to get into too much of the detail about this, other than to say that this is all, in my opinion, being fed by two things. It's being fed by the bullish market because of the Bitcoin ETF, and it's being fed by the hope that there's going to be an Ethereum ETF. So I don't know if I've got the chart for Ethereum. I have got the chart for Ethereum. Okay, perfect. So what I would suggest the strategy is for Ethereum is, if you hold Ethereum, great, just hold it. If there is a dip because of the news that it's going to be, you know, maybe another 6 months before the ETF and it dips, fine, it's a buying opportunity. But very similar to Bitcoin, the support band has moved up from 2,300 to almost 2,400, and over the next 3 or 4 weeks we should see this start to climb up here. And very similar to Bitcoin, could we see, and this was the line that we were aiming for, which we've now broken, so we can get rid of that line now. We had some resistance at this level here. Ethereum is very good at playing within the rules of the fib levels. So we look here, we can go back further in time. It's done a very, you know, it uses them as support, it uses them as kind of resistance. So Ethereum is quite easy to navigate through. Now, we did play around at this level here. We've broken up. We got as far as 31.20. We're back down 2%, 3,064. Personally, I'm not sure we're going to hold this 3,000. If Bitcoin goes on a run this week and we break 53,000 and we keep going up, then yes, Ethereum's going to run with it. But if we crab on Bitcoin for the next week or so, where is Ethereum going to go? Well, what I think it could do, I think it could come back down and retest this fib level here, which is at 29.70. That's what I think is going to happen. The RSI is slightly warm, to say the least. So the RSI has got to come down. If the RSI comes down, I would expect us to move down here, break below 3,000, wait for the RSI to cool off. So the RSI will do this kind of action, and then we will move up again. So I would expect Ethereum to come down here. If we don't hold it and we do come down, then maybe we come down here, touch the support band, and then move up. So I think we might have found not a local top as such, but I think we might have peaked a little bit on Ethereum. And again, everything I'm saying goes out the window if there is bullish news about an ETF. Now, if you give me 1 second, I just need to go and grab my coffee that I've left on another table. 1 second. Okay, we are back. I'm very sorry about that. It is fairly thirsty work, believe it or not. And you do get a fairly dry throat when you do this. So, as far as I'm concerned, we should be looking at somewhere in the region of, I'd say, a 3% correction to the downside. Break below 3,000. For me, 3,000 is a huge milestone for Ethereum. Remember, the previous all-time high is not a million miles away from where we are now. And I think that's one of my problems, is that I've been saying for a few weeks now, I don't want us to get overbought. We are 60% away from the all-time high. Bitcoin is only 40% away from its all-time high. We're very close to all-time highs. And we are not even in the halving. So there is going to be, in my opinion, there is going to be some kind of small correction. And remember, on these run-ups, if we go back in time just a little bit, in these run-ups, look, I mean, you don't go up in a straight line. We didn't do that. We had a few small corrections along the way, a few big corrections along the way. Then we had one run-up, a huge correction. This double top was caused more by the pandemic rather than the charts. But again, we do have, you can see the red wicks. We don't go up in a straight line in a bull run. We do have red weeks. And that's, I think, something that when you look over to where we are now, I mean, we've had a few red weeks here, and maybe we have another red week here before we continue up. But I mean, generally, on the whole, it's up and to the right. So for me, I'm still fairly bullish on Ethereum. I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin. I just wish that we had, maybe we were about 10% lower than we are now. I think that's my wish. I don't know whether we're going, here based on hopium and FOMO rather than the price, the real price action of the market. Are people trying to front run what's going to happen? Let's make this big enough for you to actually read. So we will try and cover some of the trending coins, especially the ones that haven't launched yet. So as I said, we're going to try and cover Portal. Bonk, we haven't really covered a great deal on the channel because I wasn't a fan of it when it launched, in all honesty. However, it did incredibly well, and it's now probably up there amongst the top meme coins, you know, Dogecoin and SHIB and Pepe and Bonk. I think there's now a handful. I do think we have got room to grow and have maybe 2 or 3 more meme coins. You can never have too many meme coins, but you can have too many large cap meme coins. There's only so much in the market to sustain 6 or 7 of these meme coins. So as far as I'm concerned, Bonk is now firmly up there amongst the top dogs, if you pardon the pun. So Bonk has gone up very slightly. Its market cap is 730 million, so it's broken out of several ranges. It did go well over a billion in its run-up, but it has retraced an awful lot. So the 4-hour chart serves as a critical juncture. Prices above this level could signal a bullish reversal, while values below may confirm bearish pressure. Now, the one thing to remember about Bonk is that if Solana retraces, then Bonk will retrace, because Bonk and all these types of coins, they are beholden to their main chain, if you like. And if we have a quick look down, Solana is sitting at $101. So Solana has retraced. It was up at 112 very recently. Now it's down at $101, $102. So Bonk is going to follow Solana. That's something to bear in mind. If a chain pumps, then the altcoins pump. So if Solana rips up to $120, it normally takes most of its coins with it. So that's something to bear in mind, that Bonk will sit below Solana. So we're down 8%. If we go all the way down here, actually, you know what we'll do? We'll bring up the actual chart here. Have a quick look at Bonk. Now, again, I'm not saying there's a buy signal on Bonk. What I am saying is that there is a possibility that if you didn't get into Bonk, there is a good chance that you could possibly look at getting into a meme coin. There's a few meme coins you can buy. Dogecoin, you can buy Pepe. Obviously, SHIB is our #1 meme coin on the channel. It's our favorite meme coin, but there's going to be a place for another one. Bonk is that other one, in my opinion. It's on a separate chain. You want to diversify. So we've looked at Bonk recently on the channel. We've looked at Bonk. Bonk, for me, could possibly move up. But again, it needs to move up with Solana. That's the trick. Solana isn't moving anywhere at the minute. It's trying to hold on to $100. If it moves up to $120, Bonk is going to go with it. So keep your eye on Bonk. I'm not saying buy it. I'm saying keep an eye on it. Now, I'm just making sure we have time to get to the portal review. So it's 11:38. I've got to add a few minutes on for my coffee run a few minutes ago. Now, we covered Zach XBT a few days ago when he was talking about, I think it was called Crypto Rover, who was an influencer that's, it was an example of how an influencer will shill a project to its audience. And we were saying it's a terrible thing. Well, Zach is a good guy. He got scammed a couple of years ago, 4 or 5 years ago maybe, and then he decided to dedicate his life to catching scammers, and that's what he does. So he has successfully recovered a majority of funds from a stolen NFT token. Oh, sorry, from a stolen NFT. On February the 24th, he carried out a 9-month investigation into the theft of DeGods 3251. He disclosed that the majority of the funds had been successfully returned to the victim. The NFT in question was sold for 99 Ether, amounting to $177,000 at the time. He received the message from the victim in May 2023, shortly after the victim discovered his wallet had been emptied. So he went around, tracked everything down. This is the NFT in question that had been stolen. He's now got most of the money back to them. He mentioned his intention to wrap up his pro bono blockchain investigation work soon. This decision came after receiving feedback from frustrated ex-users who expected assistance in recovering stolen crypto, despite his clear stance that his services are offered free of charge. He cited this frustration as a reason for discontinuing his public goods work shortly, but it may take some time. Well, that is a sad thing to see, because I know that Zach gets donations from people all the time. People donate to him, send him tips or whatever you want to call them, and he is, like I say, he's a good guy. There are a few people out there who are good guys, and Zach XBT is probably up there. In fact, I believe there is a DAO. I can't remember which chain it is. It might be on Ethereum. I think the Ethereum DAO or something like that. They have actually added Zach to their DAO. So Zach is a founding member of their team. So that's how highly he's thought of. He is a good guy. Now, very quickly, and I wanted to get to this before 11:45. So we've still got 5 or 6 minutes left. Now, this is a new token which is launching on February the 29th, 3 days from now. And as you can see, the website is truly horrific. Website is absolutely shocking. This is Portal, and the token hasn't launched yet. So I need to make that very clear. This is not available on the exchange you are watching us on. It is not available if you are not watching us on an exchange and you're watching us somewhere else. This token isn't out until the 29th of February. Now, this is a gaming token that claims to have over 200 games already signed up to it. And it's going to be, rather than each individual small micro cap game having its own token, Portal is trying to act like a multi-chain token. So it's going to be on Ethereum and Solana and probably a few other chains. And you will hold Portal and you will be able to go and pay for different things within games using this token. Now, I've made a video about this last week, and I don't think this is going to work for... The website is terrible. You'll have to just bear with it while I kind of scroll up and down it. So these are some of the games that I'm trying to show you. There we go. These are some of the games that will be using the Portal token. So some of the ones you'll recognize on here: DeFi Land, Elfin Kingdom, I know that Yikes plays a lot of. DeFi Kingdoms is on here. Star Atlas is on here. There's a lot of games that I recognize that are going to be integrated with this token. Now, my issue is the market cap of this game. I believe the market cap is going to be somewhere in the region of the high hundreds of millions of dollars, and I think that's exceptionally high for an unproven token. So if you're looking to get into this token, what I'm going to do next week is we're going to do a maybe we're going to have a look at the price action, give you some price targets for the token. If you currently have Portal, because Portal was available to be farmed, you've got shards. If you did social media interactions, you've got shards which can be converted to Portal. I'd expect one or two things to happen with this. I expect the price to shoot up, and then I expect the price to retrace. We saw that with Pixels. So if I very quickly show you what happened, I think Pixels... Hold on for a second. 1 minute. Let me go to the right link first. Because what I don't want to do, I'm trying to hopefully stop you from buying the wrong price, basically. Here we go. So Pixels is at 60 cents. I believe it came out about 50 cents. Something like that. I think 45, 50 cents. Let's just wait for this to load and I'll explain. And with all these new types of tokens. So it launched here. It shot up to 66 cents. The price came all the way down. I think it bottomed out at 49 cents and now it's recovering. So I expect Portals to do the same thing. I expect on Thursday, I think the price is going to rocket up. Now, this isn't financial advice, but one thing you could probably do is maybe on Friday, you sell the top. So sell the spike, sell this wick up over here. Then people will start to buy in at this price. Then it needs to find its bottom. It needs to come all the way down. Where is the bottom of this token? Now, bearing in mind, market cap of Pixels is 458 million. There's only 15% in circulation, which gives it a fully diluted market cap of 3 billion, which is totally ridiculous. Okay. Now, if we go and have a very quick look at Portals, where is the coin? Is it Portal? There we go. So of course there's no price because it hasn't launched yet. There's 1 billion Portal tokens. Now, the price estimate for this token is $2 to $2.40. that would give it a market cap of $2 billion. It's not worth $2 billion. It's not launched. So what I would suggest, and again, not financial advice, is you sell any spike in the price of Portal. Where is it going to go from a $2 billion market cap? Is it going to go to a $10 billion market cap, which would put it just outside the top 10? For a project that deals with 200 games, which haven't got a great deal of volume, it's overpriced in my opinion. So what I'm going to do, my strategy is very simple. I am going to sell any top that comes out, and then I'm going to wait for a retracement like we've just seen on Pixels. The coin will retrace. Do I think it's got a good value at maybe 400, 500, 600 million? Probably yes, because then it has an opportunity to 2 or 3x try and retrace its all-time high. So that's how I see Portal going. But the other side is, if a lot of these people who have accumulated shards convert them to Portal and then sell them on day one, we could see the price go down 60% on day one. And that could be an opportunity to buy the token. Remember, I've made a video, check the video out, it's got all the links in it that explain everything about Portal. There's plenty of other videos about Portal, but it's going to come to your exchange on Thursday, and that's going to be very volatile for this token. So if you have any free tokens and it spikes, consider selling it, because at a $2 billion market cap, for me, that is excessively high, in my humble opinion. Now then, let me move on. 11:47 today. We have managed to do a stream on time. All I need to do now is try and ban some of these people, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a quiz at the end of the show. The quiz is normally to do with what we've been talking about, so nothing too difficult. And remember, the quiz is supposed to be a little bit of fun. It is not meant to do anything other than bring a little bit of light to your day. As we can see, this is playing out. And we could be at 61,000 tomorrow. And if we are, I'm going to claim victory on my price target. Let's get, let's see where we are on the 4 hour. Get rid of this now. We probably don't need this on here. We can't see anything for a start off. There we go. So we're in this range, which we have been in for, what's that now, about 12 days. And this range is pretty much stuck between about 51,000 and about 52,500. That's the range that we're in. And we've been there for, we'll probably be there for another couple of days, and then we'll have a breakout. So that's where we are on the charts. So what I'm going to do now is ask some very simple questions and give out a few prizes. So first of all, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, can I please ask you to like the channel, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, whatever buttons you can press, just press them. Help us grow the channel. In the bottom left-hand corner, you will see 99,001. That 99,001, that's the number of people that follow us across different channels. So we are 999 away from hitting 100,000 fans, followers, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, and that's not bad considering where we started from. I think we've done reasonably well. Now, let's get some questions asked of you. And see if you can get this right. Okay, so the first question then. We talked today about Bitcoin. We talked about Satoshi, why he picked what he picked. We talked about all of these things. So the question then is, the maximum supply of Bitcoin, is that going to be 21 million or 69 million? 21M or 69M? What is the maximum supply of Bitcoin? Good morning, Andy. I hope you are well. Just type 21M or 69M, whichever one is the answer. I've done no poll today. I normally do a poll. I haven't done the poll today. I will be back tomorrow with the poll. But today there is no poll. So then, maximum supply 21 or 69. Most of you are getting this right, which is a good thing. Give me a second. A few good mornings. Ganoon, good morning. And Sam, good morning. Welcome to the stream. There we go. So 32 of you got that right. The answer is, of course, 21 million. So 21M is the correct answer. Fivra, Steph, Crypto, Omo, Patty Romano is in chat. Good morning to you. Nikola Tesla is here. I'm not sure you're still alive, but there we go. Sharo is here. Well done. Andy is here. Lucky Crypto Fortune and Solo Sky. Well done to all of you. Let's get rid of that person. Jacob, good morning to you. Next question then. Okay, again, I'm going to ask this every day until we get 50 people get this right. The Bitcoin halving, is that in April or June? Network anomaly, what does that even mean? I swear, some of these things are held together by blue tack and sellotape. There we go. So then, when is the Bitcoin halving? Is it in April? Halving April or June? Nikola Tesla just said good morning to me. I don't know whether I should applaud him or be scared that he's come back from the grave to join my stream today. We did have, by the way, we had Kanye West in chat on Saturday, which was nice to see. Kanye West was here. I don't know whether he had his entourage with him. I can't speak today. I do not know what is wrong with me. I am stumbling all over my words today. Sumandugo, hello, brother, to you. I hope you are well. Remember to smash the like button and say hello. We are real and we stream in real time. This isn't a recording. This is our real stream. We actually stream about 9 times a week at the minute. Incredible. So, next question. All right, I'm going to have to type this in slowly so it doesn't keep changing the case. Okay, so Ethereum. We spoke about Ethereum before. It's broke $3,000. I said I'd eat my own hat. I'm going to have to hold up my end of the bargain and eat my hat. Ethereum, is it proof of work or is it proof of stake? Just type POW or POS into chat and you are a winner. Is Ethereum proof of work or proof of stake? Let's see how many people get this right. We talked about this before. I try and ask questions relating to the stream, whether it be Bitcoin, Ethereum, anything to do with that. We try and not catch people out. Remember, there are people in chat who are new to crypto. We are not trying to catch them out. "34 correct answers. Nikola Tesla, War Master C, good morning. Paddy Romano, good morning. Lucky Crypto Fortune, Peter Hannes, Jacob. Who else? Nesrim and OKKO. Congratulations, you all got that right. Okay, let's ask you a question about Bonk. Bonk, then. Is that a meme or a utility token? Just type meme or utility into chat. Is Bonk a meme or a utility token? Very quiet today, I must admit. Across the different streams, it's very, very quiet. Adil, I hope you are doing well. I hope you're doing well. Nice of you to come back. I've seen you for a few days in the chat. You disappeared off for a long time, probably to find yourself and find your crypto, but you are back now. Tariq, congratulations, that is right. Remember, if you're new here, I am trying to keep the stream to just over an hour every day. It was starting to run to 1 hour and 20, trying to keep it to an hour because I know how long these streams can go on for. So I'm going to try and get these streams to last till 5 past 12, something like that, 10 past 12, and not keep everybody on tenterhooks for the entire hour. So congratulations. Fanny Khan is back in chat. Adil has won. Adnan and Minpot, congratulations. And remember, if you do put any kind of spam into chat, I will ban you. Just please bear that in mind. Good. I'm glad you are well. Congratulations, Paddy. It is, of course, a meme coin. Bonk is a meme coin. We've looked at it before. It must be the 4th highest market cap meme coin behind Doge, SHIB, and Pepe, I would imagine. So it's well up there. But I do think we have time for another few meme coins between now and the bull run. Maybe SNEC will come up, SNEC, or maybe even Coke on the Avalanche network. Maybe one of them will come up. Right then, next question. Okay then, so Litecoin, an OG in the crypto space. When Bitcoin used to be referred to as gold, Litecoin used to be called silver. So it was like Bitcoin's little brother. Now, is Litecoin proof of work? or is it proof of stake? I do send hi messages every now and then, but God bless the spammers. I know, Adil. I do try and keep on top of the spammers as best I can. I try my best. But sometimes you just can't beat them, can you? Is Litecoin proof of work or proof of stake? $57 of you got that one right. Lara, well done. Adil, congratulations. Fanny Khan, Tariq, Pitahani's, Steph. Now, Steph BNB, you asked me for my contact details the other day. They're in the information below the stream. That's how you can get hold of me. Right. Turn off comments. Right, I'm going to ask one more question, and then I will drop a thank you box. Chicken question. I tell you what, I'll do a chicken question tomorrow. I can't ask a chicken question as the last question. It would upset so many people. They'd all be like, I don't know the answer to that question, and I'd be yeah, I wouldn't go well. Right, last question. It's an easy one, this. Not even crypto related. So the question is very simple. Who owns X? Who owns X? Is the answer Musk for Elon Musk? Or is the answer Biden for Sleepy Joe Biden? Who owns X? So when you win, the money should automatically appear in your wallet. And if it doesn't, then give it an hour or so. It should appear. Who owns X then? Is it Biden or is it Elon Musk? That's all you've got to do. Type the answer in there and you are a winner. Cannot say easier or fairer than that. And a big thank you to all the people that have started following us today. It's greatly appreciated. As I said before, in the bottom left-hand corner, we're on 99,001 fans. We are only 999 away. That will change by tomorrow. We will probably be at 99,250 or something by tomorrow. So at some point this week, we should hit 100,000. And we haven't got anything planned at all. But when we do, you guys will be the first to find out. So a big thank you to everybody. It's 12:05. I am trying to get the stream done just over an hour. I don't want to start dragging these on to an hour and a half a day because I do appreciate how long that is in your day. So I'll try and keep it to an hour as best I can. Try and fit everything in. I'm going to drop another box now. And this box you can claim with our good wishes. And don't forget, every single day, apart from Sundays actually, every single day we stream. Monday to Saturday, 11 o'clock every day. Tonight, by the way, we will be doing Simple Signals. The Simple Signals show is where Brogan comes on and does live trading. And that should be 9 o'clock tonight. So in 9 hours from now, Brogan will be live. And maybe on Wednesday as well, he will be live. So maybe we'll have 2 Simple Signals this week. And we will have, of course, our daily streams in the day. And at some point, I think the Daily Show will go from 6 days a week to 5 days a week. because that will give me more time to make different content. So as I said on Friday, when I do the daily live streams, this costs us money to make these shows because we give out crypto every day. Whereas the videos we make us money. So we have to find a balance between making money and giving out money, if that makes any sense. So maybe we will go to 5 daily streams a week, not 6, but we will have 2 or 3 trading shows at night. So that is all I have to say. A big thank you to everybody that has tuned in. Remember to check the calendar. We are live tomorrow at 11 o'clock, so check that out. We will be live tonight at 9 o'clock. Check that out. Depending on what calendar you got, one of the calendars doesn't allow us to add more than one event at one time. So if you look in the calendar and you don't see us live, it's because we haven't added it yet. But we will be adding it after the stream. With all that being said, thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you to Warmaster C, Adil. Thank you to Kishan, Hidden Agendas, everybody that tunes in every day. I will see you all in the morning. Have a great Monday. And let's hope that that 51 becomes 52. With all that being said, take care. See you soon.